Providing feedback and constructive criticism can be seen as both negative and positive, depending on how it's given and received and who provided it. Mind you, the individuals who deliberately and intentionally criticize others, they just want to hurt you. However, you should be wise enough to decipher good feedback versus bad advice. Overall, I think that, constructive criticism is the recipe for success. Sometimes you're so preoccupied with your own thoughts and beliefs that you're unable to see different perspectives. Perhaps you do not even trust anyone. Perhaps you think you know everything. However, if you were to truly examine, the content of the criticism, focus on the message and not the messenger. You may realize that the criticism may just allow you to grow and become successful. Someone, criticized me, gave me constructive feedback on the direction of, Financially Speaking show. That's the show I hope every Tuesday. And I initially said, I didn't take it on. But as I reflect on what, the gentleman said to me, I realized he had a valid point. And so I had to refocus on the real purpose of the show. And, had the gentleman not tell me that, perhaps, I might have continued on that same path. And so I was grateful for the constructive feedback on Financially Speaking. Digest the feedback. I know many times we get very offensive when receiving constructive feedback. Sometimes we get so upset, with the criticism that we start planning revenge and discontinue speaking to individuals that provided the feedback. However, the best thing to do is not to react immediately. Digest the feedback and consider the feedback. Really and truly, if you were to receive the criticism with good intent and implement the recommended suggestions, you will find that it will make your life better. It will make your life successful. And a measurement of performance is through constructive criticism. This is a measure of performance. Lack of feedback can be detrimental to your success. You may think things are going well because there is no feedback, and you continue with the same pattern, you continue with the same decision, you continue with the same way of life. Imagine you're on a job and you're not given constructive feedback. You'll think all is well. But the moment you leave and you go on another job, you may feel, personal when you get feedback because you never get it before. And you may think you're doing a great job as well. Some criticisms can be very destructive and petty. You will have to determine what to take on as constructive criticism, as there are many complainants too. Accepting feedback and constructive criticism is a wise thing, and it will make you look successful if you implement what the criticism was about. At the end of the day, if you do not accept criticism, someone else may take that criticism and run with it, and in the end, they become successful. Okay, and one thing, you don't have to be bitter with people when they provide, criticism. Otherwise, your life will be full of bitterness and lack of trust, and you'll be living a defeated life. So, accept it, expect it, especially if you are in positions of authority where you'll be in the public domain. Accept the criticism, expect it, and decipher from it, and use it, and make your life successful.